Y'all, I am so embarrassed. I can't believe I didn't know what Team Rocket was. I have to explain the full story, but I'm gonna do that after work. I'm so embarrassed. Oh my gosh.
Hey everyone, my name's Emily. I'm currently in my 4th year at York University / Sheridan College for their joint program in design. Today, I'll be sharing my experience as a visual design intern at Kinaxis. So, let's go. I get up at around 6 a.m. bright and early as I like to be productive in the morning. I usually like to make my bed and then do my typical morning washroom routine. Then I'm off for a morning kayak on Dow's Lake. After that, I'll come back to do my makeup, make a nice breakfast, and then maybe even grab Starbucks on a good day. Then right before work, I like to train my brain a little and I'll read for about half an hour. Okay, I'm just kidding. I don't go kayaking in the morning. Okay, maybe I don't read in the morning either. Maybe I don't read at all. My actual morning goes a little like this. When I log in, I check emails, I check my calendar for any meetings that day, and I start to make a list of things that I have to tackle during the day. My team's daily stand-up is at 9:45, which is a blessing because it means that I can sleep in some days, start later, and end later, though I do like to start at 9 or earlier to have more time in the evening.
And for our Fun Fact Friday, the last letter to be added to the alphabet was the letter J.
Unfortunately, in the clip, not every team member is there, though my favorite part about working at Kinaxis is the amazing user experience team that I get to work with and how everyone is eager to help each other grow as designers and researchers. Kinaxis is a software company that provides a supply chain management product. Their main product is called Rapid Response. The company's slogan is "Know sooner, act faster, and remove waste." In short, Rapid Response provides customers with end-to-end visibility on their supply chain network, helps them plan for any scenario, and also helps maximize their efficiency with the resources that they have. I'm on the user experience team, which is comprised of UX researchers, UX designers, and then there's me, who helps out with visual design. One of the most valuable lessons that I've learned in my internship so far is to ask stupid questions. You may have heard that before, and I know it's so intimidating in practice, but it's better to ask and then to know rather than not asking and never knowing. Always remember that no matter how senior you get. It's lunchtime. I usually start lunch between 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. It depends on how hungry I am or when I have my next meeting. Lunch isn't only for devouring an amazing sandwich. For me, it could also include starting a load of laundry to generally feel more productive, napping for half of it to feel recharged, catching up on some Netflix shows while eating. And every 2 weeks, I'm participating in a lunch social with other co-op/intern students. What I appreciate in particular about Kinaxis is the dedication to co-op/intern students. Every month, there's a workshop hosted by the amazing university recruiter. One of the reasons why I decided to intern at Kinaxis is because I heard so much about their company culture. One of their mottos is laugh often, and that really does shine through. Just outside of our core team, there's always a funny moment that happens during every front-end meeting, and here's an example.
I'm in a front-end team sprint demo, and with every demo, there's kind of like this game at the beginning, and I'll show you all today's game. So the game today is to guess who on the team is in this photo under the beaver and the Canadian flag. And it's revealed at the end of the meeting.
All right, back to work after a nice lunch. As a visual design intern, I've primarily been helping out with editing the design system and bringing screens to a more finished degree or a higher fidelity. I'd say it's about a quarter of the time that I'm in meetings and 3/4 of the time where I'm heads down working. Time for a short afternoon dance break. All right, back to work. It is 5 o'clock. As much as I like to work, it's so satisfying closing all my tabs for the day. After work, I usually chill, go on my laptop or my phone. Sometimes I'll nap, sometimes I'll go for a walk, sometimes I'll work out, and sometimes I like to catch a nice sunset somewhere in Ottawa. Oh yeah, back to my Pokémon story. To continue my story from earlier, I'll share a little bit of context. So every 2 weeks, the UX team has a review where everyone shares what they've been working on within the past 2 weeks. And at that time, I was tasked with creating a logo for an internal product. And when I showed that logo to the team, half the team was saying that it looks like Team Rocket. And I was so confused. They kept saying Team Rocket, and I didn't know what Team Rocket was. And so they said, oh, it's Pokemon. And then someone dropped a photo of Team Rocket into the chat. And at that point, I was shocked. I was like, oh my gosh, the logo really does resemble Team Rocket. This is so embarrassing. Firstly, I can't believe I didn't know about Team Rocket. Secondly, I can't believe how close the logo that I created was to Team Rocket. I was so embarrassed. And that's the story. At night, one of my favorite things to do is to go for a late night drive to McDonald's with some friends. Some nights I'll be working on a personal project that I'm doing with my friends. We're trying to keep our portfolios updated. Some nights I'll be catching up with friends while watching shows. And some nights you might catch me editing photos, as I like to do portrait photography on the side. Check me out at Snap the Scene. It's the weekend! During the pandemic, Kinaxis created a company-wide holiday called Kinaxis Day, where every last Friday of the month is a day off to feel refreshed as the company truly puts people first. This allowed me to take a few days off to take a nice trip to Mont Tremblant. This weekend, I'll also be visiting the 2 Kinaxis offices in Ottawa. Let's go. This is where I would have worked had work from home not been a thing.
Hey, do you have authorization to be here?
Okay, so I managed to run from the old office to the new Kinaxis headquarters that's opening early 2022. I think I just ran like 5K. I'm gonna go to the McDonald's to take a break. All right, now it's time to keep it real. To be completely candid, internship hunting was a wild and difficult time, especially as a student when you are focused on all your courses and also maybe focused on a part-time job, because internship hunting is a full-time job of its own. If you are a Canadian citizen, there's actually this amazing Notion page where they list a bunch of Canadian internships that are available. This is actually how I discovered my internship. If you are currently on the hunt for an internship, I want to applaud you because you are doing amazing and I sincerely wish you the best. My advice when internship hunting is to continue to develop your skills when it's a quieter period of your search. Grab some friends and start a new personal project. This shows your ambition and initiative when you present your projects in your portfolio. Another great way to develop your skills, especially when starting out, is to audit a course for free on Coursera. I'm currently eyeing Google's product management course as I'd like to learn more about this role. During my 4th year of school, I volunteered for a local nonprofit called I Contribute. There I gained both UX and visual design skills to help shape me for my current internship at Kinaxis. It was definitely such a great experience, and I loved their mission statement. In terms of future career goals, I'm not really sure where I want to go after this internship. I'll be a new grad, and maybe I'll try to aim for similar positions, or maybe ease into product management. Maybe I just need to go with the flow. If you have any advice on navigating, not knowing where to go next, please comment below. I'd really appreciate it. And for those who are in the same patch, feel free to reach out. I'm always down to chat. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to 16 Weeks channel for more amazing content. We'll see you next week to learn about Alyssa's internship experience at Google. For now, bye! This is a reminder. This is a reminder to stay hydrated.